Y'all remember back in the 2010s when Nana was being played everywhere? Every artist, every singer, every rapper was using Nana in their songs. This is what I mean.
What's my name? To give up, nah, nah, nah. Come and get it, nah, 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 nah. Tell me like, nah, 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 nah. Oh, right, nah, nah, nah. I want you, nah, nah. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Oh, nah, 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 just be careful, nah, nah. He got me singing, nah, 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 nah. People say, nah, 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 nah.
So after hearing that, me being who I am, anything the world tries to push, they always have an agenda behind it. So I did a little research. Nana is a Mesopotamian god. Nana is also referred to as, y'all ain't gonna believe this one, Sin. Sin is his name. Nana, aka Sin, also has children, and most notably is his daughter Ishtar, where we get Easter from. After reading up on Nana, it is said that one could petition him for help. He was responsible for guaranteeing abundance and growth, which would explain why his name was pushed so heavily during that period. During that period, clearly there was one songwriter who was prevalent across the entire board. Whoever wrote the songs, they petitioned Nana for abundance and growth, for which he is known for. He used Nana's name to gain abundance and growth while at the same time having the entire world join in worshiping Sin. And we didn't even know it. If you think I'm reaching again, y'all know that song by Trey Songz. He says, ooh, nah, 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 put your hands in the air if you're loving tonight. Listen, ooh, nah, 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 put your hands in the air, put both hands in the air. What are you doing? You're worshiping Nana. Think of how many of us sang those songs during that period who didn't know and still don't know until now you're seeing this. We're literally declaring Nana's name, aka Sin, sin which we should not be doing, sin which God told us to stay away from. We're throwing our hands in the air in worship, singing to Nana, to this false god. A lot of those artists now, they've sold their soul. They probably sold their soul back then. And they knew what they were doing. It's all a big game to all of those people. They're gaining success, abundance, growth, whatever it is, all at our expense. And we're doing things that we didn't even know we were doing. It's time that everybody starts waking up. Like I always say, watch what you're listening to. Stop supporting these artists because they don't care about you. All they care about is money, fame, wealth, whatever. They don't care about you. They are just using you. So stop being their pawn in their game because you're bargaining with your soul. Do y'all remember?
Bro, it's crazy, man. It really is that deep, man. And in those years, I was at the height of my heroin use. Like I wouldn't even pay no attention to anything spiritual like that. And then I think back on it and I listen because once I got locked up in 2011. And actually, did I get locked? Yeah, I got locked up at the end of 2011. And I had a little radio and it was just like a little tiny radio with like the cheapest cheap headphones ever, guys. And I would sit there in my cell and I would listen to, in St. Louis, it was called Z107. And it was just like top 40, like popular music. And all those songs that he was talking about was the type of songs that was being played. So like I would hear all those songs with the Nana in there. And I'm just like, man, that is weird that all these songs do that. And there's been other songs and narratives that's been pushed like that over the years. But when you think about it and you do this research like Julian here did, and you find out that it means something, it means sin, or it's a demon. That's crazy, man. Like I wonder, why people choose to ignore the fact that the music industry is ran by Satan, when how else are you going to be able to push an agenda, a narrative to have all of the popular stars singing Nana at that time? And then, people they put their hands up in worship and they bop along to the song and they sing it over their lives. And how else is that going to get pushed unless Satan is the one that's actually running the music industry? And I know people don't want to think it's that deep, but it really is that deep.
See, they give you everything you want. They give you all the fancy cars, the private jets, the fancy living, all the money that you could desire. But here comes the rituals now. Now you like This ain't what I asked for. You know what I'm saying? I got into this game because y'all told me that y'all could offer me something. Y'all told me that y'all can give me this lavish lifestyle. Then when you start seeing what's going on behind the curtains, you like, man, this ain't what I signed up for. This is not what I came here to do. And now here comes the rituals. Now you stuck and you got to continuously do it. See,
And that's the thing. If you don't continuously do it, you'll fall off. Your stardom is over with. And we see that with some of the people that was in that video that Julian shared, because Trey Songz, he's not popping no more. He fell off a long time ago. Selena Gomez, she's super duper rich, but like her celebrity is not what it is. She's not in the music industry anymore. Now what I do know, guys, is that you cannot sell something that doesn't belong to you, right? So people are selling their soul to the industry, to the devil. Like the devil's a deceiver, guys. And the Bible's clear. Like when Jesus was in the wilderness, fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, when the enemy came to tempt him, you know, he did just what he does. He's cunning and crafty, and he's like, if you're who you say you are, turn this stone into bread. And Jesus, like, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone. And he defeated him with the word. And we see that one must resist the devil and his advances and his, tactics to try to get you to pledge allegiance to him. He took Jesus up on the mountaintop and he's like, all this land that you see, look at it. I have the power to give this to you. And if you just bow down and worship me, you can have it all, right? But what do we hear with these artists that do this? It isn't just as simple as bowing down and worshiping him. Then it becomes humiliation rituals and it becomes sacrifices. It's never satisfied. So he might tell you, all you got to do is just sign on the dotted line. It's just going to be as simple as that. But he's a trickster. He's a shyster. And he's always going to be wanting more, right? And he'll give you a good run. Okay, you get 10 years in the industry, and then either you die or somebody else has got to die. You got to give me your kids, or you got to give up one of your family members or whatever. Even Kanye West has been very open about sacrificing his mom so he can have, success, which is crazy to me, right? And everybody just kind of lets that slide. But we see this, guys, and this whole industry, the whole music industry, even some of the streamers, guys, are satanic and selling their soul. We just saw, at least I just saw a video of Neon with these people approaching him in the club, and these people look like they're into some wicked, evil things, and he's getting ready to pledge his allegiance to these people. He's like kind of dancing with one of the dudes, and then we see Charleston White. He's in a tent with Aiden Ross, and he's like, how do I sell my soul? And Aiden Ross is like, you got to let me have sex with you. And it was said as a joke, because lesser magic, they have to tell you what they're doing, the karmic effect, they have to tell it to you one way or another. So they paint it as if they're joking, but that stuff really goes on. And Aiden Ross is like one of the biggest streamers ever, and he owns Kick. So do with that information what you will, you know what I mean? But it's like, guys, don't be out here thinking this stuff's sweet. Don't be out here thinking it's a game. People are out here selling their soul and they're pledging their allegiance to a demonic agenda, especially in the music industry. And then they got you singing along with it, talking about some nah, 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 nah. You're worshiping sin and you don't even know it. So be careful what you listen to, guys. Guard your ear gate, guard your eye gate. Ultimately, guys, it's up to you to protect your spirit. It's up to you to protect your Christian walk with the Lord. It's up to you to protect yourself. So that's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Till then, God bless.